Hey, what's up everybody? This is Titanium Addiction here, and today I have something extra special for you. So let's just take a look here. So, as you can see, it says Mongoose. So, what we have is a custom carbon fiber Mongoose from Mr. Jerry Moen. And, well, this knife is pretty spectacular. So, as I bump the camera, you can see this is a pretty slim little knife. The carbon fiber looks great. So this knife has an overall length of 8 inches. You can see the milled honeycomb pattern in the carbon fiber. The copper pivot ring, pivot collar, the blue anodized screws. This is a very light knife. I did talk to Jerry a little bit, and he did tell me this knife weighs in at 2 ounces. I couldn't find a scale to weigh it myself, so we'll just go by what the maker has to say. It does have a ball bearing in the pocket clip, which is really nice to slide this guy in and out of your pocket. As you can see, the damascene steel is etched all the way back onto the thumb tab. Not a lot of makers do that. But the best part about this, the detent is so smooth, but this little knife has a 3.65 inch blade. And I don't have a lot to compare it to, but we're going to compare it to this knife for a few specific reasons. So we have a Benchmade Gold class here. Now, the main thing I wanted to show you between these two knives, let the camera focus there, is the difference in the damascene steel. So, Benchmade does make a good knife. This is a great knife. It's one of my favorites. But as you can see, the damascene steel just isn't quite the same. So as you can look here, he brought this to a very nice mirror polish before he etched it. And it just looked spectacular. It's very shiny, it's really nice. This is a tab lock, so just pop it loose there. Now it's not a super heavy blade, so it doesn't always drop shut, but it comes pretty close. And like I said, the detent is very smooth. There's good jimping on it. There's some jimping back here on the carbon fiber as well. And then if you take a look, if you're a reverse grip type of person, the back spacer does run slightly proud of the scales, so it gives you jimping for that reverse grip. And it's not too deep, not too sharp. The jimping is really good. You can lightly go over it, or you can just touch it and lock it down. And you do have a lot of room to get that thumb out there for more precision cutting. And again, this knife is just very, very lightweight. And that copper pivot collar does give it a good pop of color, along with the blue and the dark carbon fiber. But that harpoon recurve blade, I'm just in love with that shape of the blade. It's really nice. This thing comes to you surgically sharp. This knife was actually born just a few days ago on the 19th of February this year. Now, I couldn't find any liners, and I forgot to ask Mr. Moen when I was speaking with him if this was on bearings or on washers. The only liner of any type in there is the liner for the lock here. And I don't know if it'll focus for you, but it does have a good early lockup. And again, that knife is scalpel sharp, so you want to be very careful if you get one not to close it on your hands. You might need some stitches to fix you back up. But since it is carbon fiber, it doesn't have a very loud sound when you do flip it open. But the tension on that detent is just perfect. And the weight in the hand, it feels really good. There are no hot spots on this knife at all. And the best part about this knife, and again, this is not a knock on Benchmade, but let me bring the bug out back here. Okay, so what we have here, T8s everywhere, except for the pivot screws. Those are actually T10. Those are some of the biggest pivot screws I've seen on a small knife, whereas the Benchmade has those little T6s everywhere and T8s in the pivot. And well, the T6s just aren't that happy for me. I don't care for them that much. They strip easy, so you got to be really careful with them. You know, these screws you can put a little torque on if you need to, but again, you know, with any knife you don't want to over tighten it. But I just wanted to have everyone take a peek at this, and please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it. I think personally this is a fantastic little knife. And Jerry did say he has one that he likes to carry in his shirt pocket like a pen. And given the weight, there would be no issues with that at all. So please, if you do like this knife, go ahead and hit subscribe, like this video, and hit that bell for notifications. And until next time, let's just leave this here. Everybody